What's up, crypto and Web3 fans? Well, I'll tell you what's up. It's the big dates in May. So whether it affects the crypto market, stock market, or our everyday lives, I've got you covered with the big dates. Oh, and there's quite a few big dates this May, so buckle up, kiddos. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Sammy Devalia says, AM bullcrap ever. Basically talking about the spam comments, where it's like AMS 548 butthole poopy surfer guy. Yeah, all that stuff that's spam. So what happened was I used to have to send in a request, and that request has already taken over an hour to get those spam comments removed. You would think they'd be getting through it a little quicker than that. Bitcoin sitting at, oh, shit. Okay, here's the deal. Okay, before we get into the heat map, here's the deal. If Bitcoin can't hold 60, prepare for some badness. Why? You would have a bunch of liquidations happening between 59.2 and 60,000. A bunch of them. Bitcoin sitting at 60,514. ETH 2984. This is deep in the red. This is the last 24. Look at Sol pulling back big. XRP 49.3. Train has left the station. Choo choo, bitches.
What did you say?
Choo choo, bitches. You got XLM sitting at 10.5. Did a video about them over 2 years ago saying they're going to be at 10 cents.
10 cents?
Choo choo, bitches. Here we are 2 years later. Soroban, moon, my ass. All right, so what's happening in the month of May? Everything from employment, manufacturing, job openings. Check this out, okay? All the resources that you see in this video will be linked in the description below. So if you want to go watch them yourself or check them out yourself, you're welcome to do so. You could filter it by your country, what week you want, whatever. But here are the big ones. May 1st, and we're going to have a live stream. That's tomorrow or today, depending on when you watch the video. If you're watching it on May 1st, you're a little bit tardy. You might want to hit that notification bell just so you don't, miss out. May 1st, FOMC meeting. 99.5% chance that Jerome Powell is going to pause. Do not think the market is going to rally, okay? He's going to pause. All right, so that's May 1st. Then we have May 15th, okay? May 15th, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time is CPI data. This is the biggest report, or the most important report that the Fed uses to determine rate cuts, hikes, or pauses. Okay, now, to be fair, I've got UK inflation, and shout out to all my peeps across the pond. How are you doing from Leeds to Reading to London to Cheshire and all the cool places out there? You got UK CPI data, which is the 22nd of May. And the reason I bring up the UK and the US is because, well, guess what, everyone? The world as a whole is pretty much in a really tough spot when it comes to interest rates. Right now, if you want to buy a new car or home in the United States or the UK, you are paying a lot for interest, man. A lot. Okay, Ripple court dates. All right, so check this out. So the SEC, okay, gets to respond to what Ripple said. Okay, I'm sorry. Ripple gets to respond to what the SEC said, okay? So now Ripple is granted 3 business days after Monday, April 29th. So 3 days later puts us at when? We're probably going to hear about it on the 3rd, okay? So on the 3rd, we're going to hear about Ripple's response. Now remember, this all has to do with how they got the information, all right, regarding the Fox documents, okay? And what the Fox documents are, it's basically the financial summaries. This is where they came up with all the penalties and stuff like that. Okay, then you got Memorial Day. And sorry about the Ripple one being out of order, but then you got Memorial Day, okay? The reason I bring up Memorial Day is because traditional markets are going to be closed. They're going to be closed for 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Meanwhile, the crypto markets are going to be able to trade. And we've seen when we've had Middle East flare-ups over the weekend, the crypto market has been able to be nimble. You've been able to make some plays during this while the traditional markets have been closed. So on Memorial Day, traditional markets are closed. Okay, FOMC calendar, beige books, like I said, it's all linked down below. Beige book, all right? Beige book is May 29th, and you want to know about the beige book. It happens 8 times a year, each Federal Reserve Bank, okay? So there's different districts for these banks. So each district is going to gather information on the current economic districts and report on them, okay? So maybe you've got like 5% unemployment for the entire United States or for the entire UK. Well, okay, that's cool, but sometimes you want to know what it looks like in the rural places versus the cities. Maybe you want to know what state, what region has the highest unemployment, right? What if all of a sudden you got a lot of unemployment in Cali, but New York is looking hot, right? See, I mean, you could have different things. So the beige book breaks it down, and it also gives a really good summary from each of the big guys, okay, big guys and gals, on how they feel about things. And remember, these are the people that vote on the rate hikes, cuts, or pauses. Now, consensus is happening May 29th to the 31st. All right. So you've got that going on as well. Really big event. 10 years of decentralizing the future, dialogue, discovery, and deal making. So that's a fairly healthy summary of the big dates that are happening in May. But I make a lot of mistakes. Hell, I should probably work for the SEC. I would fit right in. But I know I make mistakes and I would miss a few things. So please let me know in the comments below so that myself and other viewers out there can check out the big dates that I missed. So let us know. Rub it in my face. See my face? Rub it in there. It's okay. I make mistakes. But for real, share those dates, because if any of them are big and significant and worthwhile, I'll probably make a standalone video about it, or at least add it into a segment of a main video. I already did a sprint workout today and it kicked my butt. I've got a 10K race this weekend where I'm just focusing on speed work, okay? I'm a big ultra marathon person. So for me, running a 10K, this is way out of my element. So I'm using the 10K to focus on speed, which is what I suck at the most. I'm also participating in an auction. And in said auction, there's some nefarious, naughty things going on in there. Well, guess what? We're going to be bidding on those things. I'll catch you cool cats later.
I'm home. You're all my bitches now.
Okay.